Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, family. Whatever side of the diaspora that you're on, welcome to the Mental House with your host, Khadijah. This is going to be the last installment comment that I'm going to make about uh, America's beloved dad, who is now in the shit house, the dog house, Mr. Bill Cosby. And yeah, I got on my raw hat because I like to keep it raw. I really do. I like to keep it raw with y'all. I really don't. There's really no fucks given about how anybody feels at this point because I just know that somebody needs to rattle some cages up in here because the water is just flowing so easily with misinformation and uh, accusations, and nobody is even giving any thought again to the background of all these women that have accused Bill Cosby of molesting them or drugging them, raping them, and screwing them. Just the whole craziness in a nutshell. I just find it very appalling that whenever a black person or whenever especially black person of color, we can be a victim of so many crimes, and the first thing they do as the victim is try to blame us. They start going into our backgrounds, what we did, and stuff that has nothing to do with the case at hand. And they actually get away with it with the media. Because, see, the media is controlled by a certain group of people who have, for hundreds of years, tried to portray us in a certain way and try to pretend that we have a camaraderie because of our Holocaust, but we don't. And the ones who control this media are controlling this downfall of Brother Bill Cosby. Let me say this to you. Y'all ever hear anybody talking about taking Phil Spector out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and he's murdered that woman? Do you think that if you, look what they do, look what they did to OJ, even though he was found not guilty. Okay? So the fact of the matter is you never hear nobody saying, oh, let's take Phil Spector out of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame because he's a damn freak. And not only were there numerous of women that testified that they would come to his house again to get high, and the freak would feel, it's just that they was hoping that, hope he don't be tripping tonight. See, this is how women do. A lot of women, I'm not saying all of us, a lot of women do this. We'll take them kind of risks to get high or to feed an addiction or to be around somebody powerful or whatever. But in Hollywood, it's full of it. So it's nothing new. Then you take a situation like Robert Blake, who clearly killed his girlfriend. I mean, he went out to the restaurant and shot the woman. Well, I got the car. Shot her. The whole story behind it is so bizarre. He got away with it. Straight got up with murder. But I don't hear anybody saying, well, let's just yank all of his spanking our gang videos or a series, quote unquote, and all of those people don't get any more money because Robert Blake killed his girlfriend. Racial overtones. See, so this is why I can't just drink the Kool-Aid. And if y'all want to drink the Kool-Aid, and I'm speaking specifically to human beings that have compassion, if y'all don't see this after what happened to Michael Jackson, you don't want to see it. That's what it is. And you won't just see Bill Cosby go down for whatever reason, and you taking a pleasure out of seeing them poking the bear, picking the bear, and poking him until he finally destroys himself. And lastly, Woody Allen. I'll be damned. I have to look at him parading Soon Moon Lee, whatever the hell her name is, at the New York Knicks games. At the very least, you would have to say it's unethical for him to screw Mia Farrow and then turn around and screw her daughter. At the very least, you would have to say that's unethical. Some of us might say it was incestuous. Some of us might say it was definitely child abuse. Some of us might say, my God, what a filthy, damn, low-down, dirty dog. And I tell you what, he should be in jail. But guess what? they're being paraded at Nick uh, basketball games, and he's still being lauded as one of the greatest movie writers and directors of all time. And what the hell? You're not talking about erasing all his movies from the obelisks of Hollywood, right? Yet you want to do it to Bill? You still Bill to me. Bill, I will never throw you under the bus like this. And listen, there's some smoke here with 30 years ago with you getting high that way, whatever. But I don't even judge you for that, brother, because guess what? I don't believe, and I believe at one time, in my opinion, and I wasn't there, I believe at one time you had the juice like that. Okay, but I want you to know, I believe that a lot of those women knew. And I don't think that you're above giving somebody a drug. And, I hope that you didn't do that. But, you probably, like I said, the world is full of freaks. Okay, so I'm not judging. I'm not saying that part of it. Okay, we all have some skeletons in our closets. But I am making a very distinct difference. That Bill Cosby, I don't believe he's a serial rapist. You don't have to prove that to me before I'll rebuttal and take this back and apologize to every video. I'll make 3 videos apologizing. But until you can show me some like more modern proof and not all these old criminal washed up junkies that want to get in on this money grab, until that can happen, I don't believe any of this. It's a mess. And Bill Cosby, again, is not a Phil Spector. Phil Spector is a murderer. He's in jail because he cold cock killed the damn woman. But he's still in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you ain't thought twice about taking him out. Woody Allen, Robert Blake, Stephen Collins, who is a pedophile, his wife is telling you he's a pedophile. He told the psychiatrist he's a pedophile. This is happening today. These are not grown women. These are children that he have a proclivity to have sex with. And y'all mean to tell me you're not blackballing him, but you want to ride on Bill Cosby? You want to sink on Bill Cosby, and you expect me to believe this crap? Nah, never in a million years. I love you, Bill, and I know you probably never hear the sound of my voice, but I just want you to know, there's one person here, no matter what has happened, they are not going to. I've seen too much history in America, and they will never, ever get me to jump on the bandwagon of accusing you of being a damn, just a serial rapist. I ain't doing it. And I mean that. Come back with a little bit more juice. Because in the meantime, I'm going to keep it raw for Brother Bill. And I mean that. Just like I would have kept it, I kept it raw with Brother Michael. Have a wonderful, prosperous day. Hey, like the video if you like it. And why don't you subscribe?